Tug Life tugboats into the Patreon giveaway pile. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself, from Vaping with Thesis. That's right, God bless it. Now, look, today we've got the Hermetic RDA by my Ninja Kitty Matt from Suck My Mod. Huge shout out to Blitz for sending this bad boy out. Fuck the small talk, let's go ahead and do the build video. We'll come right back, alright? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, my Ninja Kitties, now welcome to Up Close and Personal with your boy Thesis. Now real quick, today we have got the Blitz and Suck My Mod combination, the Hermetic RDA. This little guy has been fairly impressive, though I do want to say this is my second time recording the up close section of this video for the simple fact that I don't feel like I touched on all of the things I should have touched on with this RDA. With that being said, my Ninja Kitties, huge shout out to the patrons on the Patreon page. Y'all are the people who allow me to do this for a living. With that being said, if you do want to become a producer of the channel, please go ahead and click that link in the description, patreon.com/ThesisHimself. Huge shout out to Blitz and Suck My Mod for sending 2 of these guys out. One of them will be put into the Patreon giveaway pile. With that being said, my ninjas, let's go and check out this bad boy. So first and foremost, in the box, you get exactly what you see right here. This is the little tin that it comes in. I think these things are adorable. It's perfect for saving coils and whatnot. And then you've got an open cell foam that comes in the box as well. And at the bottom, you do have a little baggie of O-rings. You do have an extra ceramic block, a little T-bar. Look at that. That's fucking adorable. T for Tatas. I've had ceramic break in the past on different RDAs, though I haven't had an issue. I've torqued down the coils that I've got on the RDA right now, and I've had no issues. I had no cracking, nothing like that at all whatsoever. And I do know that over time, ceramic can become brittle, but I really haven't had an issue. Cranked it all the way up to almost 100 watts. I have dropped it a couple of times, no cracking whatsoever. So whatever they're doing to the ceramic, I hope they continue it because it's perfection. You do get the key screwdriver, and it is a screwdriver. It's used for the flathead that goes on top of the post. With that being said, I do think it's kind of cool, though I wish a regular flathead or Phillips was used. That way I could just use one of my screwdrivers. One of my favorite parts about this is that the fact that they include a 510 drip tip. I am a 510 drip tip lover, though I do gotta say the 810 drip tips have stolen my heart when it comes to drippers in general. You do get an extra gold-plated pin for squonking, which I do appreciate as well. I think that all RDAs should be including both non-squonk and a squonk pin with their products. 22 millimeters in diameter without the beauty ring. With the beauty ring, it comes out to be around 24 millimeters. Let's go and pop the top off real quick. I am running a fuse Clapton on this bad boy. Huge shout out to my boy Ray down in Las Vegas for making these. He is a patron on the Patreon page. So one of the first things I noticed when I popped this RDA off is that it looks extremely similar to the Ghoul. The Ghoul RDA is another RDA from Blitz. I do enjoy this Ghoul quite a bit. However, I will say the single coil setups are generally not for me. But if you look at the deck, especially the placement of the coil, the ceramic, and so on, it's really similar to the Blitz and Suck My Mod Hermetic right there. If you take a look at those two bad boys, that does not mean that they're equal. In my opinion, they are not. Now you can see the differences when you look up like this, that the deck is a little bit deeper on the Hermetic, and that's something that I do appreciate. If you look at both of those, look at that. Also, the airflow on the Ghoul is going to be a little bit less restricted. If you could just cross the two platforms, that'd be great in my opinion. This is a single piece chimney. I do like single piece chimneys, and the overall user experience tends to be better. Less things to take apart while cleaning, and that's always one extra step that I can appreciate. The only downside with using the chimney is that I wish that the top cap was a bit more rounded off at the top, so a little bit more of a dome shape. I do feel like it does affect the flavor. There is zero complaints when it comes to the machining itself. No sharp edges, no knurlings, nothing to get your fingers caught on. The beauty ring fits just as such, and of course this is always a good option for me. I do like the fact that I'm able to put this on 24mm mech mods as well as 24 and 25mm mods without having much of a size difference. I like that a lot. Now the big thing with this RDA is that it is touted as being leak proof or leak resistant. I have of course been able to make it leak, and you can make anything leak if you try hard enough. In terms of actual drops of liquid, I've been able to put up upwards of 25 drops of liquid without there being any leakage whatsoever. Now my favorite part about this is going to be the ceramic. The ceramic itself is a poor conductor of heat. That's why you see ceramic tiles underneath rocket ships and shit like that. They tend not to transfer heat as well as like steel or metal, so that way they use it as an insulator. Now if you take a look just beneath that coil, you're going to see that there's these channels. Those are roughly 3mm by 1mm. The concept of it is that it drains the juice, and that way you can over drip. This one I've gotten upwards of 25 drips without any problems. Now on the website it does state that this is a 9mm juice well. That is going to help with over dripping, especially when you have something that deep. Okay, smooth the truck is now. With that being said, let's go and pop this bad boy on the Asmodus Midi Kodama Boost. I'm going to go ahead and fire it just to clean off any carbon buildup that's on those coils. You know what? Just for argument's sake, I wonder if the Ghoul top cap is going to fit on this. I don't think it's going to line up with the airflow, but it'd be kind of interesting to see. Oh shit, it sure does fit. Actually fits fucking perfectly with the beauty ring. Yeah, the airflow doesn't line up, but this does fit the Ghoul perfectly. Wow. Okay, so my Ninja Kitties, let's go ahead and wake this bad boy up and see how she performs. Today I'm going to be using White Lightning by That Juice Company. Bourbon, vanilla, and caramel. This is a fucking delicious vape. If you haven't tried a bourbon like this, I highly suggest it. It's 20 drops right there plus the cotton. Whoo! Yeah, we still have room at the bottom. Let's go and do it again. So that was 20 drops. Let's do like 6 more. 1, 5, 6. That was fucking 8. 26 drops. Plus whatever I soaked into the cotton. The airflow slot itself is 7 millimeters by 3 millimeters. Right there. It's a pretty restricted lung hit, though I'm going to say if you close it off, you could technically get a mouth to lung. Let's give it a shot. Oh my goodness. So for a restricted lung hit, this is by far and away one of the better options on the market, in my opinion. Whoo! Now I am running this at 100 watts, 0.24 ohms. It's a little bit higher than I probably normally would. Let's go ahead and bring it down to 75. Much smoother. Go ahead and take a listen to that airflow. The airflow on this is extremely smooth. Absolutely beautiful. The flavor on this thing is intense. That's really hard to believe that it's coming from a single coil, you guys. This shit is extremely impressive. Let's go and do another drip. I'm curious to see how many fucking drips we can get on this thing before it starts to flood out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27? Fuck it, that's 27. I definitely got some spit back on that one. That's fucking flawless. That is epic. That is an insane amount of liquid instead of an RDA. Woo! Bitch, it's okay, smother truckers. Now this, in my humble opinion, is going to be definitely for someone who prefers a restricted direct to lung. There is a bit of play in it. You could hit this as an MTL. We'll go ahead and give it a shot right now. I just want to see how hot it gets. Yeah, at that temperature, this is definitely not something I would use for MTL, though I could see you doing it with a higher ohm resistance or a higher resistance coil, a little bit less airflow and less power. This thing has been phenomenal for the time that I've used it, though I will say this is not my everyday vaping style. Okay, smother truckers. Now with that being said, let's go and get back to regular view, son. My final summation is this. The Hermetic RDA, in my humble opinion, is several things to several different types of vapors. First and foremost, I would call this a flavor RDA. Biggest reason being is because it is not wide open, not MTL, but it's pretty restricted. With that being said, it does have that really cool drainage, sewery thing going on, where if you do drip directly on the coil, it does not leak out. It comes down and then back out the side. Something I didn't realize that would work as well as it did, and it fucking works phenomenally. You gotta remember, it's a pretty small RDA in terms of just a diameter. It's fucking tiny. It's around 24 millimeters with the beauty ring that goes around on the bottom. I haven't been using it with the beauty ring. I just like it as is. That's just me personally. 810 drip tip makes this shit compatible with all my favorite drip tips, but I will say the drip tip it comes with is fucking flawless. It's perfect. There is no O-rings on there because the O-rings are right there, soffit mounted inside of the actual lip. The simplest way for me to put it is I enjoy this RDA. It's solid, but it's not necessarily my vaping style. Huge shout out to my boy Matt. You absolutely killed it for that specific style of vaping, and for me, that's the best part. If you're a reviewer, it doesn't matter if you're a reviewer or not. If you're a reviewer, if you're an influencer, if you're someone who just designs mods and no one knows who the fuck you are, all of those things, if you come out with a device and it reflects your specific vaping style, that is kind of what I look forward to, because when I use this when I use this device, when I use this RDA, I get an idea of what Matt likes. If I use the Basium by Dean, my boy, the Vaping Biker, if I use his Basium, I know exactly what he likes in terms of a mod. So on and so forth. It goes down the line. Mr. Just Right, my Ninja Kitty Joel, fucking the Profile RDA. I know exactly what it is he likes and prefers. Bitch, it's okay, smother truckers. Now, what Thesis' patented figure of compatibility scale, I'm going to give this bad boy a solid 7.5. Only reason why it's not any higher is because it's not my personal style. The reason why it's not any lower is because I can see that this can fit so many different styles of vapors. That in-between stage is where most people tend to sit, and I think that's going to be perfect for virtually anybody. If average flavor is a 6 or a 5, this is a 7.5 or an 8. I was not expecting to get that amount of flavor on that little airflow. I fucking enjoy that shit. Now in terms of cost, it's extremely affordable. It's $32.99 on VapingWithThesis.com. Now I do suggest you use flat fuse Claptons. If you do use fuse Claptons, it retains its heat a lot more than say a regular RDA that's around 24 millimeters that we're used to. Biggest reason, because there's not that much room inside of there. The chimney on it is not concave. I wish it was. If it was that more circular, more dome shape on the inside, I do feel like the flavor as well as the airflow would feel a little bit more smooth than it does. My favorite part though, the fact that there's no fucking noise. It is so quiet. Listen to this. Good God. Bitch, it's okay. Smell the truck is that way. That being said, I want to tell y'all that I appreciate y'all for vaping with Thesis. It is your boy Thesis. I'm out.